Okay, so in this video, we're going to go over how the Loft works. This can be a very useful tool once you know how it works, so let's get right into it. So first of all, in order to use this Loft tool, get a block that you would use. I'm just going to use oak planks as an example. Use your pattern picker on it to select your pattern. Go to your Loft menu, and then the first thing you want to do is this middle one is your clear Loft button. Always make sure to clear any loft that you had before, even if you've never made a loft. Just always press it at least once to make sure that your new loft doesn't have to be messed up. I've had that happen to me a couple times. Anyway, you can make sure to clear your loft. And your very first little button that you have here is Start Curve on Loft. You have Add Point to Loft, remove last point, clear, and then fill, and then this is back to get back to your normal menu. So let's go back into the Loft menu and let's see how this goes. So to start curve on Loft, you just pretty much select a point, like a block. I just selected this point, and your add point, you're going to just continuously keep adding a point, and it draws like a curve for you. This is honestly a better tool to use than the draw curve on the draw tools. And you can generate and it draws a bigger curve for you. This can also go infinitely instead of it only being within a certain range, like how the draw tools usually work. This can go as far as you want it to. So you can start it in the air if you want, and do it like this, and then fill it, and that's pretty cool. Okay. Now, what I'm going to teach you is how you can fill an area in with Loft. So, first of all, select a point in the air, and then select it twice, and now every point that you add will go back to that middle. You see how all these points are actually going back to this middle? Now every point that I add will go back to this middle. When I go and fill the Loft in, all of that fills in because it went back to that center point. So it didn't just draw a curve, it filled all of it in because it went back to that center. So let me repeat this. In order to do that, you select the point twice. I like to select it like 4 or 5 or 6 times to really make sure it's locked onto that point. And now every new point that I add goes back to that center, and when I fill the Loft, it gets filled in just like that. Not a problem at all. So let me show you how the remove last point tool works. That's super easy. When you go and make your points, when you start a curve, and you add a point, and oh, maybe I don't want this point to be up here. Let's remove that last point. Let's actually put it down here. Nope, I don't want that point there. I want it to be more up. So you can see how that actually removes your point, and you can actually see somewhat of a basis on where it's going to flow to. Maybe I don't want this point to go way too far up here, so let's remove it. Let's remove that, and let's remove that. Let's add it like here, and then there. And now it's more streamlined. So when we fill it in, it'll be a lot flatter. If we hadn't have done that, it would have gone way up. But yeah, that's pretty simple on how the Loft tools work. Just make sure to clear your Loft before you make a new start. And fill Loft just fills in your whole Loft. Pretty simple. That's pretty much it for this video.